Ciao guys, it's Carlo here from Tagliamare, and today I want to share a video for the people who are just starting the hobby of ship modeling. We're gonna be looking at 10 essential tools every ship modeler needs in their toolbox. Today we are not gonna be talking about the best kits out there. For that I made a specific playlist that you can check it out in the link up here. So in this video I'm going to show you the tools you're gonna be needing for building, painting and finishing your model. Those are the things that I use the most when making kits since I first started. So it has been quite a long time since I bought them, and not all of them are super quality tools. So let's check out these 10 tools that will help you build your wooden ship model. You will find the link to all these items in the description below this video if you want to check them afterwards. So the first tool is basically the main tool every ship modeler needs to have when building a scale model. The very first thing you're gonna do when building a model ship kit is to take out the bulkheads, the kit and other components from the wooden board. To do this I use a cutter with squared blades. I have two cutters actually with two different blades. You don't need to buy a new knife every time, you just twist it and pop the blade out, and then you can just put a new one. I bought this kit like 9 or 10 years ago and I still use it. It came out with 20 blades and I have a sharp knife whenever I need it. This is perhaps the tool that I use the most and is really the main essential tool for ship modeling. My next recommendation would be a good pair of tweezers. You're going to handle very small pieces, or you're gonna make knots in very limited space or in spots where you need a pretty good grip. I use two tweezers mainly that I bought something like when I started building model ships, and I still use them. The first one, this one, has a flat grip and I use it mainly for knots and to keep small pieces of wood in place when I'm gluing them. And the other one, which is a bit finer, it has a little band over here, and this I use it mainly for knots, so when I'm doing the rigging of the ship, or for placing rope coils in pretty tight spots. I will probably also buy a cross-lock tweezers, which is the opposite of the traditional tweezer you see here. So you basically squeeze them to release the piece, and those are great to hold something for an extended amount of time. Those can be pretty handy in some situation. Alright, now we're gonna talk about modeling surfaces. In my room here I have 4 desks which I use for different purposes. I have the main desk where I keep all my technology stuff for editing, video, recording, and these kind of things. The second desk is for working on the rigging of the ship and all the other clean jobs. The other 2 are basically workbenches where I keep my machines and I do all the work on wood. In one of these desks I use a cutting mat to have a stable and reliable surface where to make all the works on wood. If you need to cut small pieces of wood like the one for planking, you can cut right into it and it self-regenerates. You can cut basically everything on it and it preserves your desk or working station. I bought this like 4 or 5 years ago and is still in an average condition. It is double side. Here you're seeing the newest side. Then you have here it's a bit rough but still usable. It has its years and I might change this pretty soon. In ship modeling you'll sand down most of your pieces. So you need to have a bunch of different files, from extra fine to a little bit rough that take out a little bit more of material, and also of different size and shapes. I recommend you buy some bigger files like this one, which come very handy when you need to adjust the size of a bulkhead in a kit, or in general to adjust a little bit the shape of it. And I also suggest you buy a kit like this one of pretty small files to work smaller pieces. With this one you can work wood and brass as well. Sooner or later you're gonna need them all. So let's go to the next tool. So the plane. This plane is useful when you have to remove a lot of material and a simple file is just not enough. This boy over here is gonna save you a little bit of time. I use it mainly to trim the mast or to taper the planks in bulk for the first planking of the ship. Planer is an essential tool because it's pretty easy to use and super handy in very different situations. One of the questions that I get asked the most on Instagrams from other modelers is what's the right glue for making a ship model? Well, that depends. In general, I use the vinylic white glue by Patex. It's a general purpose glue for wood. I never had problem with this one. It dries very fast in less than 5 minutes for the first drying. And yeah, this is good for me. I've never had issue with that, so I guess it's a good glue. For the 5E, as you know, I use the Titebond 3 glue. It's a waterproof glue and the gluing power was great. The consistency of this Titebond 3 is a bit more liquid than the Patex, so the first drying, for the first drying it gets a little bit more time. Pliers are a tool that you're gonna need, and the more types you have, the better it is. I use them mainly when working with metal pieces, and usually I use them all. The one I use the most are these needle nose pliers with long tapered jaws, incredibly useful to hold and for bending metal materials, metal fitting accessories, metal stripes and so on. In combination with this, you can also get bent nose pliers that are very similar to needle nose pliers, but they have a hooked design. Then we have flat nose pliers, which are also pliers that I used very often, are great for working with the brass where you need maybe to give a specific shape to the metal, or you need just a bigger surface area for holding the material. Then we have cylindrical pliers or bail making pliers that have rounded jaws and are useful in different sizes. I have 2 sizes. I mainly use them both for working with brass wires or flat brass. The smallest one I found is this one, and it is sold by Amati. You can find them in their website. The other you see here are just cutters. I use them the most for cutting wires, metal wires, and other brass materials. To measure stuff in our hobby is crucial, so you can understand how important these tools are. I mainly use a nice metal ruler and 2 calipers. I recommend you get something with a digital display like this one. This one you see here is made of plastic. It's cheaper than a full metal one, but it won't last as long. In fact, I'll have soon to replace this. So this recommendation is for finishing products, whether you want to paint your model or to add a particular finish like shellac, for example. In order to do that, you need a reliable set of brushes. I don't recommend you to spend on a super expensive kit of brushes, but to stay on a mid-range. As you know, we are working on wood, so very rough surfaces. It's not plastic. We are not plastic modeler. So our brushes tend to ruin a little bit faster. Those are a bit ruined. The most ruined you see here is because I apply diluted glue or oils or tints. I also don't recommend you to spend on airbrushes, because unless you don't want to build just very small models, on bigger size models you're not gonna need a small airbrush. If you have a big hull to paint, for example, just spend a little bit more on a color spray can. Oh, I also use another kind of brush, which is this one, this big boy. I don't use it for painting, but just to clean up the model a little bit, to remove all the wood dust that tends to stick to the model. Very good investment. And here we are to the number 1, my overall top recommendation for ship modelers who are just getting into the hobby is to invest in a rotary tool. These things are jacks of all trades. They help you make precise holes, taper planks, sand down and cut pieces. My Dremel here is something like 10 years old, and even though it makes some weird noises, it's not very stable, it has a little bit of vibration from time to time, it's still holding pretty good. I might have to change it in 1 or 2 years, I guess, but it's still holding fine. With Dremel or Proxon you also get some drills and bits, which are very, very important, so try to differentiate on those ones too. I highly recommend you invest in a rotary tool as soon as you get started. This will help you grow with every new kit you're gonna make, and you will also get to understand other more complex materials from it. So that's all for now, guys. Thank you for watching, I really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing to the channel and to like the video. So until next time, be well, and I will see you in the next video.